From the Ponsik Show, the winner of our trivia question at the beginning of today's show. Should the Cowboys play Carr at cornerback and to have 4 corners total and play Thompson at safety? Let's bring up that depth chart, that defensive back. It's a really good question, my friend. Carr can play corner. What the Cowboys did last week was they were rotating in Darian Thompson, Brandon Carr, and Daryl Worley at safety. Now, I think Diggs is going to be good to go, but Awuzie's not, Anthony Brown is not. That leaves Diggs, Lewis, Worley. I don't think Robinson is ready yet. CJ Godwin is a special teams guy, so I think for this week in particular, I think Brandon Carr might be forced to play some corner because, God forbid, Diggs or Lewis or Worley go down. Yeah, I mean, is Robinson even going to be active this week still? I'm not sure. You put him on the roster because you did not want to get him to the practice squad. That was too much of a risk for you. So, great question, my friend. I do think you're going to see Carr get some cornerback reps. Speaking of Robinson, by the way, Juan Ramos wants to know if we'll see him active because of injuries to Cheetah or if they'll promote someone from the practice squad. Remember, the Cowboys moved Robinson from corner to safety. They could try and move him back. It is possible. I'm not sure if they're going to. Maybe Deontay Burton could get the call. Remember, you can promote 2 guys in the practice squad for free. I'd watch out for Burton in particular. We'll see about Robinson. I'm not convinced he's really prepared to make an impact. From Winson Shan, are you concerned about the lack of snaps for Tony Pollard so far? Yes and no. I mean, remember, I like Tony Pollard, but in a way, this does kind of come back to the whole Blake Bell rant I went on earlier. Tony Pollard is not one of your 5 best offensive players, and especially if you're going to be committed to using a tight end in one of those spots. Now, are there times I want to see more 20 personnel with Pollard, Zeke, and the 3 receivers? Yes. I would like to bump Pollard's snaps up. He's played about 9 per game. I think an extra 4 or so will be a nice impact. Remember, last week, the Cowboys gave Pollard the first 2 touches of the game. Pollard, by the way, I think it was on the first or second run, I think it was the second one, missed a gaping hole that would have been for a huge gain, and then they kind of got away from him. So I do want to see Pollard get more reps, but I'm also more concerned about getting the ball into the hands of CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup and even Zeke still. Davin Flores, I need a beer, James. We have an Earl Thomas question. The deal still stands. Every ET question I will drink. He just wants to know about Earl Thomas. I don't know, maybe. I think it's still like maybe 25% at best. Earl Thomas has off-the-field issues. Like, there's a reason that no one in the NFL has chosen to bring in Earl Thomas at this point. I just dropped the beer because I was trying to look and not see it. We're going to get a different one here. I don't think there's a great chance that Earl Thomas ends up coming to the Cowboys. There's a chance, not a great chance. There we go. Here's the beer. While I drink this, in the comments, let me know percent chance that the Cowboys sign Earl Thomas. This will be the pinned comment to get the ad break here. Go ahead and scroll on down and get your votes in. There we go. All right, where'd that other beer go? You grabbed it already? Okay, we're good. Johnny Lopez, can you see DeMarcus Lawrence getting traded? Feels like we're in another Dez Bryant type situation. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Dez did produce after he got his contract. Like, Dez absolutely did. At the very end of his career, Dez was not the same guy because of injuries, but he produced at the beginning of that contract. I don't think the two are very similar comparisons there. You absolutely need more out of DeMarcus Lawrence. I am on board with that one. The problem is the Cowboys literally just redid DeMarcus Lawrence's deal. Even if you were to trade him, you're staring down the barrel of $35-ish million total in dead money. You're not going to trade Dez Bryant or DeMarcus Lawrence. He's not getting traded. The simple answer here is that you need Tank to play better. I still think that can happen. I've been very disappointed by the start to his season. I'm not fully panicking yet, but I don't think a Tank Lawrence comparison is apt, fair, or even outright accurate. All right, Corey Firm, over under 6 turnovers in the first for the Cowboys. I'm going to hammer the under on that one. I do not foresee the Cowboys giving up that many or giving the ball away that many times. Seattle's got like 3 turnovers total this year, so I feel pretty confident hammering the under on that particular question. You're joking. I appreciate it. Just hold on to the damn football. Shouldn't be that difficult to actually do. I have some faith there in the Cowboys to keep the football not on the turf and in their hands instead. From cactusJoey, do you think Randy Gregory returning will make a significant impact? I think there'll be an impact. I'm not sure how you're defining significant. If you mean a couple of sacks as significant, yeah, I think that could happen. But I also think right now Gregory's your 4th pass rusher in terms of edge guys, which is fine. That's not a problem. You'd rather have it be that than have him be your second best guy. But I don't think he's going to be double-digit sack Gregory. It's just only the way it's going to end up happening. So impact, yes. Significant impact, it depends on how you define significant. From King Tuttt, how bad do you want the Cowboys to defeat the Bird Gauntlet? Those of you that don't know what this is the Cowboys playing all the Bird teams in the NFL. They took down the Falcons. The problem is they had the 2 toughest ones left on their schedule still, both the Seahawks and the Ravens. The Cardinals are also pretty good. Apparently the Eagles suck this year. Go figure, right? Knock on wood on that one. I would love them to, because if they did, that means they beat a bunch of good teams. I do not anticipate the Cowboys actually pulling that off this season. There are some Cowboys jerseys that are on sale, these Fanatics Pro Line ones from the NFL. Head over to chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. That's chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. We'll put that link in the comments and in the description. That way, all you guys got to do is click shop, figure out what jersey you want. They got Dak, they got Zeke, they got CeeDee Lamb ones for under $80. Some fantastic deals are there. It's at chatsports.com/Cowboys jersey. From DeBlock78, why have we promoted our star linebacker from the practice squad yet? He means Francis Bernard. Because Francis Bernard isn't a star. I don't know what to tell you. I like Bernard. I was surprised he didn't make the roster. But right now, I think he'd be maybe your 3rd or 4th best healthy linebacker, which if you want to bring him up, sure. The Cowboys like Justin March more on special teams. That's why he's still there. We all apparently forgot about Luke Gifford, who was last year's favorite star undrafted free agent linebacker. So I am surprised he didn't make the roster. But he's safe on the practice squad right now. He's not better than Joe Thomas, so I don't know. All right, from King J, fair to assume Tank, Griffin, and Smith will be better rushing the passer, putting their hand in the dirt. The new hybrid defense isn't working so far. You're right, the defense is not working. Now the Cowboys talking about making it more simple. Okay, last year was too simple. Now it's not simple enough. So somewhere in the middle, I guess, is the magic spot. I think Tank and Griffin will be better. Alden's played stand-up edge plenty in the past, so I'm not convinced it would be a major game changer for him. But I do think Tank and Griffin would be much better off keeping their hands in the dirt, rushing the passer from that 3-point stance. I would like to see Tank especially go ahead and do that. From Michael Bowlding, trade Crawford for a cornerback or tight end. Honestly, issue number 1 is that you don't have the defensive tackles available to do that. Like, Neville Gallimore is not ready yet, so you can't do that for Crawford. A, no one wants to take on a salary, or B, I should say. So you need Crawford from a just depth perspective at defensive line. He is too expensive, but no one wants that contract. Vinny says, why not go and get Patrick Peterson? I think we'll get to Vinny's other super chat here in a second as well. Because he's not available. Like, sometimes I think that we think of this as Madden, where you can just trade for any player you want. The Cardinals are competing. They're not going to trade away their best cornerback by a significant margin. That does not make sense from an undefeated Arizona team's perspective. Now, if he's available in free agency, let's have that discussion. But the reality is right now for the actual Cardinals, they have no reason to trade away Patrick Peterson. They need him out there. So it's not a go get him scenario. It's that he's not available to go get. From Ryan O, Do you have concerns for the defensive line since Dontari Poe has been a liability for the pass rush, and neither Neville Gallimore nor Tristan Hill have been that good? Honestly, my concerns with the defensive line are multifold at this point. It's not saying much, but Tristan Hill's been the best defensive lineman. That's not very good. Tyrone Crawford has been pretty quiet. The entire unit just doesn't seem to mesh very well right now. Dontari Poe has not made any impact in the passing game, but he's supposed to be a run stopper, and that hasn't been great. I've been pretty underwhelmed by Antwaun Woods as well in terms of when he's been on the field as the defensive tackle kind of 4. He hasn't been that great. So Hill's been okay. Gallimore hasn't played very much because he's not there yet. I am concerned about the defensive line. They clearly were counting on Gerald McCoy, and this team misses not having him out there as an option. Despite all those defensive concerns, the Cowboys are tied for first in the NFC East with Washington. Yeah, crazy to think about, right? I think they're going to win the NFC East, but I want you guys to get your votes in here. Type Y for yes or type N for no if you're a bit of a hater if you don't think the Cowboys will win the NFC East. That's Y for yes, N for no. All right, over to Vinny now for his other super chat. Thank you, Vinny. Why the hell don't we use Tony Pollard a lot like the 49ers use multiple running backs? If the 49ers had Zeke, I don't think that they would be using multiple backs in the way that they do. Like, Zeke is a better player than Tony Pollard. So, from that perspective, I think you're just better off using Zeke more than Pollard. Although, yes, I would like to see Pollard get on the field more, especially on passing downs. All right, Producer Dylan wants me to drink here. Jason Renfro, no, it's not a super chat. How long is secondary going to suffer before signing Earl Thomas? I don't know. Potentially forever. Thanks for the Earl Thomas question. There are legitimate off-the-field locker room issues with ET. That's a big-time concern. King Tuttt, the Cowboys had Antwaun Woods in at fullback for a couple plays. What do you think of that? I will have Mitchell here pin the Fatties Only t-shirt in the live chat because what's going to happen, folks, I thought it was going to be Dontari Poe. I think it's going to be Antwaun Woods now instead. We are going to get a fat guy touchdown, and that is going to be the crowning achievement for the Fatties Only campaign. It's going to happen. They're going to have it. The fullback dive play with Antwaun Woods, it is in the playbook. I promise you, it exists. Will they use it? I don't know. I think using the quarterback sneak works better because that works like every single time the Cowboys try it. But we're going to get a fat guy touchdown with Antwaun Woods, and I can't wait for it. All right, Triple X, should the Cowboys trade for William Jackson? Great question. Go check out the Chidobe Awuzie replacements video. We discussed William Jackson in there, so if you missed it, subscribe. That way you don't miss out. Not that hard to do, right? Like youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. You're probably watching on YouTube to begin with, so just hit the big red button. It's not that hard to do. Daily videos, sometimes multiple times a day videos for you guys, breaking down news and rumors. We do our fun watch parties where we bring the bar to you guys, since you can't really go to bars anymore, to watch the Cowboys games. We do these live mailbags too. No one keeps you more updated. And the number one Cowboys YouTube channel out there, that is the Dallas Cowboys Report. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe today. From Stinky Cheese, do you see Kellen Moore taking a head coaching job in the NFL or college in the next 2 years? Depends on how the offense plays this year. If they struggle, if they regress, maybe not. I know the Cowboys love Kellen Moore. I know there are colleges that love Kellen Moore. Remember, he had a Washington OC job offer. Kellen could be a head coach right now. I mean, there are a bunch of lower-level FBS schools that'd be like, heck yeah, let's bring in Kellen Moore. If the Boise State job ever opens up, I'll be a little bit concerned about that one. So, NFL head coaching job, I lean no, but all it takes is one miracle run with the offense leading the way for more to get interest. So, possible yes, I'm going to lean no for now, though. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.